A magical evening, dear listeners. It's me again, your friend Alexian. I hope that after all our adventures together, we've already become friends. But if you're here for the first time, I'm sure we'll become lifelong friends. Today, I invite you to the world of ancient Japan, where honor and valor were above all. This is the story of a brave samurai named Takeshi, whose courage and self-sacrifice became legendary. Let's take my magical compass, which will open the path to this tale, and embark on this exciting journey together. In ancient times, when the cherry blossoms bloomed especially lushly, a mysterious enemy appeared in one of the Japanese provinces, a sinister demon that brought chaos and destruction. People lived in fear, and no one dared to confront the monster. Upon learning of this, Takeshi could not stand aside. He knew he had to protect his people, even if it would cost him his life. Realizing that the demon could not be defeated with ordinary weapons, Takeshi went to a sacred grove to seek advice from the spirits of his ancestors. In the silence and peace of the grove, he appealed to them for help. The spirits of the ancestors heard him and appeared as glowing figures. They gave Takeshi an amulet, saying, "This amulet will help you in battle, but remember, the true strength of a samurai is in his heart. You must be ready to sacrifice yourself to save others." When Takeshi returned to his native village, he saw the demon preparing for another attack. Without fear or hesitation, the samurai rushed into battle. The fight was fierce, and soon Takeshi realized that the power of the amulet was not enough to defeat the demon. Then he understood that he must invest his soul into the amulet to save all the inhabitants of the land. With this decision, the amulet glowed brightly, and the demon was vanquished. However, having given up his soul, Takeshi became withdrawn and joyless, as if all happiness had left him. People came out to greet him, but he, like a living statue, passed by without hearing them. Everyone was puzzled, but then the spirits of the ancestors appeared, deciding to intervene and help Takeshi, the man who saved many. The spirits of the ancestors told the people what Takeshi had sacrificed to defeat the demon, but they also revealed that there was a way to return to Takeshi what he had given up forever. People needed to give a part of their soul to create a new soul for Takeshi from small fragments. Each of the people who were there and heard the spirits of the ancestors was ready to give their entire soul, but the spirits said that the best and purest soul would be formed only when as many people as possible selflessly shared a piece of their spirit. The village elder, wise Yoshinori, said that in this case, all of Japan must learn about this, because each person must decide for themselves whether they are ready to thank Takeshi. Yoshinori decided to go to Emperor Hiroto and tell him the story as it is. The spirits assured that they would help the elder. When Yoshinori arrived at the emperor's palace, he was initially not allowed in, but the spirits of the ancestors, invisible to the eye, whispered trust in the elder to the guards. Thus, Yoshinori was able to see Emperor Hiroto. The emperor was wise and listened to the elder, but he doubted the truth of the story, as the elder asked for too much. After all, he could be an evil sorcerer. But then the spirits helped the elder again, appearing as glowing cranes that circled above the palace and sang a heavenly song. This became a good omen for the emperor. Convinced, the emperor ordered messengers to be sent to all cities and villages to inform all the inhabitants of this story. The messengers also had instructions describing the ritual that each of the residents who wanted to share a part of their soul with Takeshi should perform, and the time when the ritual should be conducted. It was important to perform the ritual simultaneously. All the good people of Japan responded, and at the appointed hour, the ritual was conducted. Takeshi received a new soul woven from the fragments of the souls of the entire nation. After this, joy returned to Takeshi, and he began to feel all the people of Japan, becoming a guardian of peace and a legend. And so, our tale comes to an end. It's time to activate the compass and return to the Library of Wonders. But before we say goodbye, I want to ask you a few questions that will help you think more deeply about the meaning of self-sacrifice, as in Takeshi's story. Do you think Takeshi performed a brave deed or not, and why? Recall a moment when you, like Takeshi and other heroes of the tale, faced a choice requiring self-sacrifice. How did you act, and what did you feel at that moment? What personal qualities do you think helped Takeshi make the decision to sacrifice himself? Do you have such qualities, and how do you develop them in yourself? Thank you for joining me on this magical journey. I hope you enjoyed this captivating story as much as I did. Until next time, my dear listeners, I eagerly await our next adventure.